Blood Brothers by Randy Roberts. Randy Roberts is a professor of history at Purdue University. His primary research areas are sports and popular culture within the larger context of recent African American history. He's an award winning biographer and is highly visible in the field of 1945 American history. Major characters. Cassius Clay is an upcoming boxer that is interested in the Muslim faith. Later on, he teams up with Malcolm X. Malcolm X is an American Muslim minister, human rights activist who was a popular figure during the civil rights movement. Angelo Dundee, Clay's trainer. Elijah Muhammad was a religious leader who led the Nation of Islam from 1934 until his death in 1975. He was a mentor to Malcolm X. The setting. The setting of this book takes place in Louisville, Kentucky in the beginning. Later on, he moves to Florida, where Fifth Street is gym is located, where he will train in the story. There he has a lot of distractions since it's not located in the best area. There are drugs, crime all around him. But the setting changes even more as he travels through the book to different fight and events to hear Malcolm X preach. Plot summary. When Cassius Clay was in high school, he had been interested in the Nation of Islam. In 1962, he traveled to Detroit to listen to Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X. Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm spoke on how Martin Luther King's strategy of nonviolence was not the right way to handle the situation, and they declared that the white man was a devil. At the first meeting, Malcolm X didn't know who Clay was. Through the book, Clay thinks that him associating himself with the Muslim Association will ruin the chances to the title shot, but at every single chance he gets, he comes to listen to Malcolm X. When he was interviewed, he would be asked about his influences. Clay says, "Who made me is me." But in many ways, Malcolm X formed the man who the world will come to know. Elijah had multiple affairs and numerous children out of wedlock, and had used the national treasury as a personal checking account. He would have been known as a traitor to the Muslim faith and later on would be killed. Malcolm tried to use his friendship with Ali as leverage to go public again. Ali turned his back on him, and later on Malcolm X was gunned down in 1965 when he was no longer was a racial separatist. Quotes. "I'm Cassius Clay. I'm going to be the next heavyweight champion of the world." This is an important quote because then he starts talking to a missionary, introduce himself. To the Muslim faith. "You, my friend, are neither Sugar Ray Robinson nor Archie Moore. You are Cassius Clay, Marcellus Clay Jr." This is an important quote because it shows he was different from any other heavyweight before him. "I can't go out in the streets and mix with the folks out there because they wouldn't be out there if they was up to any good." This is an important quote because it explains why he feels and is so lonely throughout the book. Symbols. I think a strong symbol in this book is boxing. Ali in the book fights and tries to make it to the top throughout his career. He is put through different challenges. He is treated differently from other people because of his skin and his color. He uses boxing as a way to fight for his life. He always wanted it not work a regular job and struggle like most people of color did at this time since they weren't treated equal. Would I could recommend it? I would recommend this book because it speaks about what really happened through this time with these people. Through time now, people have written history the way they wanted and changed up a lot of things. That's why this book is such a good book because it is unbiased and it includes a lot of facts and it also speaks on the rise up stories, so it speaks on how they came up to the time they died.